Today we're going to attempt to make a small hood scoop out of my stock hood. So it's a little beat up already. It's dented in here. Paint definitely needs to be refinished. Handful of looks like hail damage on this hood. So any cutting that I do, I don't think is really going to hurt it any more than it already is. Here's the first step. I measured where I wanted the scoop to be. It's just going to be a small flap. I'll probably weld 2 small pieces on here and make sure it catches everything. And I'm going to add like a little piece of metal to actually direct it down right into the stock intake box. On the bottom I had to cut a piece of the webbing out so that way I could get to the top part of the hood. It was underneath this portion of it. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to need to bend it up a little bit. I want to try making this crease as nice as possible too. Here I got it finally opened up. Gonna lift it like that. Now I'm going to make 2 small pie pieces to weld. That way it holds the shape of it because it's super flimsy. I can bring it up or down myself, but I want it to stay in one spot. And I'm going to make a little duct so it just shoots it straight down to my intake. Here I have a sheet of a steel. I made 2 little pie pieces. I'm going to put these in here. I'm going to weld them up. Same with the side. I like the way they fit. I think it'll be a cool look to it, and it'll be a nice simple scoop to get some air straight to my intake. All I used was my grinder. I have a grinder with a cutting wheel on it. Used a little Sharpie on the steel, laid that in there. When I was making the templates, if you're interested in knowing, I sat it in there and just traced around it. Gave me the nice shape for it. And from the cutting wheel, it actually made these little slits. Kind of fits in there perfect. If I can hold the damn thing. There we go. So when I weld it, it'll just stay right there. Put a little seam there, a couple welds, clean it up, strip the paint off, maybe repaint it, or just strip my hood entirely. Here I got a lot of the paint up around the scoop. I used the Rust-Oleum aircraft remover, and I wanted to make it easy to weld without the paint being in the way. And that came up super quick. I put it on and waited like, I don't know, 5-10 minutes, and essentially that paint is just completely taken off that portion of the car now. Now I'll clean it up and get those welded on and possibly repaint the entire hood, or I might just leave it bare metal. Now here it is. I welded my little wedge pieces into place. It's real sturdy now. I welded it from the inside because I have a flux welder and they're really ugly, so I wanted to keep it at least semi-decent looking. What I'm going to use now is an old license plate. I'll probably throw a little bit of weld, hold it right there. I'm going to cut it maybe right in the middle of it, just so the air shoots straight down, doesn't catch this part of the hood or shoot past the intake. I want it running to the front of my intake because I have a stock intake box and I want it hitting the hole on the very bottom. Here it is on the car. It fits perfect. The air shoots straight down. I don't think you can see it, but it shoots straight down to where the hole is on the stock intake. And I like the way it looks. It'll definitely help without having to remove a headlight. I was going to have a spare headlight. I was going to take it out and just create the hole there, but I wanted to do the hood scoop instead. I like the way it looks. I went ahead and started using the paint stripper. I'm going to strip the hood, bring it down to its bare metal before I decide to either repaint it or leave it alone, or possibly even polish the hood out. Here it is, completely finished. I went ahead and stripped all the paint off the hood. I'm gonna leave it like that for now. If it rusts a little bit, that's fine with me. I can always sand it down and repaint it. I just wanted to make sure all the old paint was off and I can make it look a lot nicer with the new coat of paint when I decide to do that.